This presentation goes over the traditional letter format and briefly discusses your next project, the cover letter. The parts of a letter are as follows. The return address is on the top of the page, followed by the date. If you are using a company letterhead, it'll often have the return address, so you only need to list the date you write the letter. The full name of your addressee follows along with their mailing address. The salutation often begins with a Dear Mr. or Ms., followed by the last name and a colon. The main body of the letter and the closing, which ends in a comma, followed by the sender's name, usually 4 spaces underneath to allow for a signature. If you are attaching other documents such as a resume to the letter, include an enclosures notation, which tells the reader to look for additional pages. What I've just shown you is the most formal and traditional style, which is called the block format. All the text on this page is left aligned. In the semi-block format, the paragraphs of the main body are indented. This allows for an easier reading experience, but is considered a little less formal. The modified block format is another popular format. The return address, date, closing, and signature blocks are aligned to the center of the page. Note that the paragraphs are still left aligned here. The least formal of the letter formats is the modified semi-block format, which adds the indented paragraphs to the modified block. The choice of letter format largely depends on your company's preferences or the industry you're applying to. The accounting industry, for example, is considered more traditional than marketing. That said, it's fine to choose a format that you like from the above, as long as you have all the parts of the letter. What's more important is the content. Here we'll talk about what goes into cover letters. A cover letter is a functional document. It serves as a transmittal document to the more important piece, your resume. Some companies do not require a cover letter. They may just prefer that you upload a resume online. Others do ask for a cover letter, and usually the main reason is to ask the question, why should I consider your application? Here is a chance to sell yourself as well as to provide an example of your writing skills. A cover letter usually has 3 to 5 short paragraphs. In the opening sentence, connect with the reader and indicate how you learned about the job posting. If you know anyone in the company, this is another chance to strengthen the connection by mentioning their name. Next, briefly highlight what makes you the best match for the job, then point your reader to entries you'd like them to pay attention to in your resume. End your cover letter with a request for an interview. You may even indicate how and when you'd like to follow up. Lastly, thank your reader for the time they are taking to review your application. I've included 2 resources on cover letters in this module. Make sure to review them before drafting your letter, then consider consulting with the writing or career centers or drop in during my office hours for a review of your draft before you submit your final letter.